Good afternoon to you. Guy Watson here, Bognor Regis Bonsai. Well, today is the afternoon of June the 17th and I was doing some wiring on this Lonicera Nitida and I thought, well, this might as well make a video out of this. So what I have done so far is I put some wiring down here to open up these branches. Because what I feel, when I bought this tree, it's a very straight trunk going up. So what I want to do is pull this pad across to try and soften that 70-degree angle trunk. But as you can see, there is also an awful lot of pruning to be done of long shoots. So I thought we'd do that now. And I'll put the camera on the tripod and we'll start a bit of pruning. Thank you very much. Okay then, here we are. Right. A bit of pruning on this Lonicera, or as I've heard Sid Pavey call it, a shrubby honeysuckle, which actually does describe it quite well. What I have got out are the blue handle scissors. See, they're not just for the bonsai zone. We all have uses for them. And what we need to do is just try and create pads. We'll cut them all back. There's a pad starting to appear down there. Chop those back because they were out of the pad. And obviously you need some pad separation. We'll take that one out. Right, that's starting to look quite nice there. This pad starting to grow across here to try and cover the trunk. Right, let's move on up. So hopefully this video will be the first of 3. And hopefully I can get around to them to start tomorrow. I don't think there's going to be much detailed pruning at this time of year. We just want to try and promote the branch. Very similar to how Peter Chan cuts his trees down at this time of year. That is looking to be a start of a nice little pad there. Right, this one has obviously got to go. There we go. At this time of year it's a bit like topiary, I agree, but we have to shape the bonsais. Downward facing branches, upward facing branches. Let's try and make the pads first and we can work from there. We're not that far away now. It's been a fairly quick prune. And I hope you'll agree that is actually looking fairly reasonable. I will come and have a look from your direction in a minute. But I'm thinking that's looking fairly good. Let me come round and have a look. Let's zoom in. And zoom out for the full picture. Actually, we're caught up a bit on the holly behind it, so we'll pull it across. And now we're nearly in the shade. But there I don't think that's looking too bad. Maybe just a slight trim off down here. Up there. For a mid-June prune to be set up for the rest of the year, I don't think that's looking too bad. Right, okay then, thank you very much. Cheers. Well, hello there. Just as an infiller into this video, I thought I'd put into my dining room my edible fig. Now then, we have had some back budding on this fig. Here, I have actually cut the branch off because we had another big back budding coming off here. On this other one here, that's a bit of a bar branch coming up. No back budding at all. We've had some back budding down the trunk, which I've actually wired up to try and pull the branch around. My question is, do people think I should actually remove this one in its entirety, or wait for back budding and then see how we go from there? I think it might be a bit too close as a bar branch at the moment. I would have thought possibly I've got to remove it, but I would like to hear people's opinions. Anyway, this is a sort of an interim video mixed in with other things. Edible fig. Should I remove that branch or wait and see about back budding? I appreciate it. Please put it in the comments and I will respond. Thank you very much indeed. Cheers for now. Well, I've just been thinking about another possible option for this tree. What if, rather than chopping this off, I took this branch, very flexible, round into that sort of angle and made a branch up there. Just another option, but rather than chopping it off, please let me know what you think. These things are very flexible at the moment, so that I believe could be a possibility. It adds depth, it fills in this space. Please let me know how you feel. Right, thank you very much. Well, good morning. Well, today we've got a Salix. I initially thought it was a Salix alba. Well, I mean, I have in the past just been calling it a willow, but now I think it's a goat willow. I agree with some comments that people have been coming up with saying that it is a goat willow. It's actually the tree I use as my thumbnail for my heading on my YouTube page. It did actually lose a branch down here which died off. But things die off with willows. But the growth has got quite enormous, so today it's just a trim up of the growth with a bit of directional pruning. Little job, but once again just has to be done. So I do like the look of this tree. And I have had a bit of black fly on it, as you can probably see up here. I did spray it once, but I'll spray it again once I've done this work. My chair just collapsed. I think that's a smaller portion of Sunday dinner coming up for me. Oh, I didn't tell you today is Sunday. Sunday the 16th of June, is it? Something like that. Or 19th. 19th, I think. Right up here. Now we're looking a bit better. Out here. Very rapid growers, this one. But it does need pulling back every now and then. I've been a bit lax. And I think that looks roughly the front. It is bending around this way. Let me have a look from your side. And we'll see how we get on. Let's use Nigel's trick. Maybe slightly more over here. Take it down to that one. Oh, and up here. Right. Actually, that looks quite a nice, pleasing shape now, doesn't it? Right, so let's give it a 360. Down to the side. It's leading that way, so that heads towards the front, being what I was showing. See, this looks a bit heavier foliage in here. Yes, that can come off there. I'll take that one off because it's going in towards the tree. And in fact, I think this whole top section there can go. That's cleaned it up a bit. And round to the front. Is that what I said was the front? I believe so. Take the top off that one. Right, well I think that completes the pruning up of that one. So one more tree before I sort this video out and post it. Right, see you in a second. Right, okay, this tree, its Latin name is a Cercis Siliquastrum, also known as the Judas tree, or more commonly known as the Redbud. And for the first time this actually flowered this year, and I've got some seed pods on it. I will take those off because I've got another one in the garden which I use for seeds, anyway, but it's just taking energy away from the tree. I'll remove the pods. There we go, that's the pods taken away. Right, looking at the trunk, tends to make me believe that this should be the front, but it obviously needs a good old prune up. Way too much foliage everywhere. This has only happened this year. That one's going straight up there, which we'll chop off. Going back to the first pair of leaves, one or two nodes, about that whole one. We'll leave that just in case. But we'll chop this top one down a bit. Excuse me. I do like this tree with the heart-shaped leaves. Very pleasant. It's certainly making quite a difference, this trimming. And this branch here is coming right across the tree. Do not need that. Take that bit off there. Generally tidy it up. And I think just for the rest of this growing season, the summer, I might well just leave it at that and give it another prune up in the autumn when I can see more of the foliage, see more of the structure. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that for now. Something funny with this branch, not too keen on that, but I'll leave it just for now, see how it goes over the summer. And back round to the front. Right, quick prune of the Judas tree. Right, thank you very much.